Next up at UFC Paris, we have William Gomis taking on Yanis Ghemmouri. As you guys know, William Gomis had an original opponent. That guy dropped. A couple of switcherinos, moving fighters around. Yanis Ghemmouri was already on this card. They moved him up. He is now on the main card fighting William Gomis in the feature fight. William Gomis, 12-2 overall, 5-0 in his last 5. He's riding a 10-fight win streak. He's fighting Yanis Ghemmouri, very, very similar, 12-1 overall, 5-0 in his last 5, riding a 9-fight win streak. And this is an interesting fight because William Gomis is a very well-rounded guy. He can knock you out if he gets to you. He can submit you if he gets to you. He can outwork you over the course of 15 minutes. And he's very, very well-rounded. He's legitimately good everywhere. He's got that solid Muay Thai striking, very opportunistic grappling, meaning he's just going to snatch something up in a scramble. The problem with him, though, is that he's very low volume, and he does look to counter more than anything. He has 30 minutes of cage time. He has 2 fights in the UFC. Both of them went to a decision. 30 minutes of cage time. He lands less than 2 significant strikes per minute. What are you laughing at?
You didn't even accept the entire bet. You just took a fraction of it.
I put $100. It wasn't it a $100 bet?
Yeah, it's 100, but I get the fucking odds for it. So you only put 100 of my 100. What a pussy bitch, dude. Holy shit.
I said put 100.
I gave you said, oh, send a bet over. Yeah. So I sent it over, and you accept 75%
do the rest right now. I didn't even realize there was any left. Idiot.
Oh my god.
Here, there's the extra 42. You fucking
Jesus
loser.
Christ. I'm not the loser here. You're the one. I'll send the bet. Oh,
I thought it was. You said 100. I threw 100.
Yeah, it's just fucking odds. I have the underdog. It's how it works, Angelo.
Anyway, the problem with William Gomis is he's very low volume. He's landing less than 2 significant strikes per minute, and we have a large sample size. We have 30 minutes of fighting, and he's still landing less than 2 significant strikes per minute. His striking was sharp in his last fight against Francis Marshall. His takedown defense actually held up very well until that last round where he was taken down and very close to being submitted. He's taking on Yanis Ghemmouri. This guy's a patient striker, fantastic leg kicks. He likes to own the center of the octagon or the cage, depending on where he's fighting in the past. But he'll figure out the range. He'll work on your legs. Once he does get that range going, he's going to start to commit. He's going to start to add power into that cycle. He's going to work in takedowns, but it's mostly reactionary. And when he does get the takedowns, he's looking to control. He wants to slow the action. He's not the most dangerous guy, but he is patient. He's technical. He does have solid fight IQ. And I hope you're ready for the most boring fight on this card. These guys are both way too patient. They're way too willing to wait for the other person to do something. Gomis is the lower volume of the two, but he's also the more technically sound fighter. His defensive striking is actually very good, and his ability to fire back while inside the pocket is great. But I'm going to pick Ghemmouri here. I think that his leg kicks are going to be the difference. And while Gomis is going to be standing there waiting for something to happen, I think Yanis is going to throw the kicks, get some damage, likely score well with the judges. Both of them are French, so that whole weird homer call or home team advantage is out the window here. So right now, Ghemmouri is plus 235 underdog. That does seem to be moving. He's becoming a larger and larger underdog by the minute. I think he can win this fight, so I'll keep an eye on those odds. But what do you think, Jakey boy? Why are you making a fucking face, dude? Sorry I picked the guy. What the fuck? What?
No, I was talking about the odds. I got them moving by the minute. It's 235 right now. When you make the graphic, it hasn't moved at all. So
a minute ago.
That chest hair is... That's kind of what your chest hair looks like, isn't it? I
don't have any. I wish I did. But...
Prove it.
Okay. Prove no chest hair. Smooth as a baby.
No,
I'm not doing that.
Nipple hairs?
Nipple hairs? I'm basically hairless.
I get nipple hairs. My dad gets jet black, long-ass nipple hairs. He don't give a fuck about them either. Those things are dangling. Me, all my hair is pretty much blonde because I'm blonde.
Yeah, sure.
I am blonde, so all my hair is blonde, but I do get the nipple hair. I got to shave down the nipple hairs but they're blonde, so it is what it is, you know. Is it my turn to break down this fight?
It sure is.
Looking forward to it because this fight is... oh my God. This is the one on the stream that we're really going to struggle with. And thank God that this is a middle of the day card because if this fight was on, because is this the featured fight now? I don't know what the order is going to be.
It is.
But if this was a main card and we're watching this shit at 9 or 10 o'clock or 11 o'clock, holy fuck.
Strap in.
It would be not a good situation because both these guys are just so low volume. And I like William Gomis, former Lock of the Week winner. He is a tough dude. You mentioned he almost got finished his last fight. The fight before that, he almost got finished in triangle as well. He is I'm not going to tap championship mentality. I mean, he comes into every fight like, I am going to be the UFC champion. He trains that way. He fights kind of that way, right? In his toughness, in his durability, but he's just so low volume. And that's why I liked Lucas Almeida as the lock of the week. I mean, he was kind of the backup lock of the week because I think he can get in the face and be the more dangerous guy. But against Yanis, he should be the better version of that. I mean, these guys are like the same version of each other, but William Gomis is probably the sharper version. These guys are both counter strikers. And if you don't throw, they will not throw. This could be a situation where we are setting fucking records for lowest strikes thrown in an octagon with this fight. I swear to God, maybe it's gonna be something completely different. But both these guys are counter strikers. They're both pretty good. William Gomis is the better version of what they both want to be. So I get it that he's the minus 275, minus 300. It's a little bit steep for me because it's probably going to be a 29-28, maybe just a really close 30-27. We might get one of those switch situations where it's a split decision with 30-27s on both sides. I mean, it's a close fight, but I'm taking Jaguar. William Gomis, baby. I can't give up on him yet.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. It's a tough fight to call. I just like Yanis because he does throw out a ton of leg kicks, and I think that could be the difference. While Gomis is waiting to counter, his leg could just get chewed up, and the judges might like that. I mean, you want to.
It's got like that Muay Thai style, though. He lifts that front leg up. It's a hard leg to kick.
This might be the worst take of the night.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean,
this literally might be the worst.
There's nothing dangerous about William. I know that.
I know. Like, that's just a terrible take. But yeah, I don't know if I'm going to bet Yanis straight up, but if he continues to become a bigger and bigger dog, once the plus 3.5 props drop, he might be a perfect 3.5 play.
Well, he was already a 3.5 play. That when he was matched up with Big C originally, I was like, oh yeah, they're both low volume, so I like the 3. And I think that was plus against Big C, which he was was it about the same odds, or was he a bigger dog? Again, I think it's about the same odds, and I think it was plus 130. And against William Gomis, it could be even worse than that. It could be plus 150, plus 160.
Yeah, so we'll see what happens. If you don't know what that bet is, basically you're buying points on the judges' scorecard. The way that math works out is as long as Yanis wins one round on the judges' scorecard, he can lose the fight. But if he loses a 29-28 or even wins the fight, you'll get paid. If he loses 30-27 or gets finished, then obviously that bet doesn't cash. But if he wins by finish, if he wins a full-blown decision, if he loses the 29-28,
on all three judges.
All three judges. Or one judge 30-27, and then, it basically is...
No, it's got to be all three. No, it's got to be all three. If you're a minus 3.5, you can have
the
other side.
If you...
I just lost it because there was one 30-27, Angelo.
On the other side, I'm talking about his side, moron. It doesn't have to literally be
a split. Obviously, there's a fucking
split.
split.
It doesn't literally have to be a 29-28.
Yeah, I mean, anyway. You're talking to these people like they just have no clue. We have one of the smartest, sharpest communities in existence. They know what's going on, baby.
Sure. So I'm going to wait for that bet to drop. That is a Bet Online exclusive, at least for us. If you want to sign up with Bet Online and grab a bet similar to that one, go to WeWantPicks.com/bets. Use our link, and I'll send you $50. Just WeWantPicks.com/bets. You got to use the link. Got to make a deposit, and I'll send you $50 as a thank you. DraftKings-wise, this is going to be full fade across. The winner might score 31 points, get the 30 for the decision, and then just 1 point for volume. I mean, I don't know what you do at DraftKings here, right? You just don't touch it. Okay.